C is for comfort. This is an adventure bike, capital A, which means it has all the necessary basics for comfort. Of course, your needs may differ to a greater or lesser extent, and there's a whole host of third-party sellers that will sell you anything you like. But in my experience, the bike has to have the basics in the first place. And in this case, I think all the fundamentals are there. Upright seating position? Check. Comfortable handlebar position, standing or seated? Check. Foot to body position? Check. Seat adjustment? Check. Screen adjustment? Check. Of course, this may require tweaking to suit your needs, and this has been addressed elsewhere on my channel in many videos. For instance, even though the button is a bit ugly, I'd add the heated grips option.
Negative points are this horrible button switch here. I don't understand why they're not integrated into the grips. Well, they're not integrated into the grips because you can get a different grip here with cruise control if you have that fitted. So why they didn't bring out one with the heated grip button in it, or control, I don't know.
Also, there's cruise control for motorway controlled speed limit.
I'll just show you close with the cruise control. You've got your 3 positions: on, off, restore if you've already got a mile per hour saved, but you set it initially by pulling it down.
And the quick shifter is a joy. In fact, I did add all of these. The average height of a human adult on planet Earth is apparently 170 centimetres. There is a lot of machismo about adventure biking. You often hear people boasting about their height as if it was some kind of personal achievement. I was surprised to see many people in a simple survey I put online agree with me that seat height is an issue on adventure bikes, and it's good that KTM addressed this with the S model. We also know that other manufacturers, most notably Triumph, are following suit. In fact, Triumph have taken many of their 790 Adventure design features into their new Tiger 900. Imitation is sincere flattery, I guess. Whatever, it's true to say the 790 Adventure S, and more so the R, is still a tall motorcycle. For me, at about 178 centimetres in my boots, it is about as high as I want to go. This with the seat in the low setting.
760.
Incidentally, it has what I would call a 2-hour seat. I can ride the bike all day, and I've done so for several days in a row, but I need to get off every 2 hours to stretch out. But then again, 2 hours is about as long as I can safely concentrate anyway, so it's good enough for me. Not as comfortable as some Hondas.
I have to say, the seat is lovely. Oh, it's so much nicer than the 790 Adventure. I can feel it taking some of the bumps out of this road.
But not as hard as some KTM seats, and if you've ridden a KTM you'll know what I mean. One thing I've noticed is the tanks, unique to this bike. Low down they also provide a little additional wind protection and rain protection from the elements, for your feet mainly.
So as you can see, there's jets thunder overhead. The 790 has had a nice good back lane trek through the mud and the rain of Lincolnshire. One thing I have noticed is that the tank, where the tank pokes out, keeps your legs nice and dry.
C is also for clutch. There have been some reports of clutches failing, mainly as far as I can tell on hard-ridden R models. As with all these things, it's hard to know the full story or the context to the issues. It seems there is a very narrow oil jet into the clutch which may become blocked. It's certainly something to check at service, or it could be the clutch is not up to the job of extreme off-roading. I know it is a tradition amongst other KTM model owners to remount the clutch jet a little. I will not be doing so, as I suspect it would affect oil pressure in other parts of the engine. Others have fitted recluse clutches, not cheap, and whether this solves the issue, if it exists, is debatable. Unless someone tells me otherwise, I have not heard of this happening on the S model. Mainly I use the quick shifter after setting off, so perhaps this mitigates the possibility somewhat. Who knows?